Good morning, guys. It's Rob, HNRA42. Just want to do an update vid for you guys. I've had several people ask me about the torque screws on this Radical Firearms upper with a Seekins rail. Previous vid, you can go back and watch that if you have any questions about it. But in shooting 500 rounds, these torque screws had worked their way loose and the rail all but fell off the gun. No Loctite, of course. I started going through the channels. I contacted Radical Firearms, I contacted Joe Bob's, and then I contacted Seekins Precision, in that order. I've yet to hear back from Radical Firearms. Joe Bob has sent me an email, and I'll touch on that in a minute. And then Seekins Precision, you have to leave a voicemail on their customer service line. Within 30 seconds, a gentleman by the name of Garrett called me back. And I'm making this video because I want to tell you guys how impressed I am with Seekins Precision. Basically, he asked me what happened, and he said, all right, I'm going to fix it. He sent me in the mail, just received, and I went ahead and cut it open. He sent me a brand new barrel nut. Orange Pitbull, a couple other guys I think had asked me, how's the barrel nut? To be honest, I haven't stripped it all the way down and checked it out. But Garrett was explaining that the later versions, and Seekins has not done business with Radical Firearms in over a year and a half. So he says he knows that these uppers have been setting for at least a year and a half, which tells him that this has the old style barrel nut, which has lots and lots of like 16 or 24 holes for the screws. I guess they were using something that would work for several of their rails, or they've now changed their tap pattern. I'm not sure. But I do know that this is an updated barrel nut with only the 8 holes that will line up directly to the rail. Of course, he also sent me, he also sent me a torque screw kit and these washers. I don't think I would need new, but anyway, there's the, you can see through the plastic. There's the torque screws. They probably are the same quality or the same screws, chances are. I asked him that if Radical Firearms had a deal with you and they purchased these rails and they assembled the uppers, who would provide the hardware? And he said that it should have been provided by Seekins. So one of my problems were how damn soft these screws were, even when I went to tighten them up, and I was just using, hand tight. A couple of them stripped. They're on the other side of the gun. I'm not going to mess with flipping it over. But super, super impressed. Seekins did it right. Like I said, he literally asked no questions. See if this invoice don't have too much personal information. They did bill to Joe Bob Outfitters because that's where I purchased it. And there it's got my address and my tracking number. We'll cover that up. And it basically shows like that. Handguard screw pack, mounting nut, and warranty replacement. So, didn't charge me nothing, of course. Big thank you. Thank you to Seekins. Thank you to Garrett. It leaves us as a group of guys being able to feel confident with Seekins as a company. And if you have a problem with their parts, give them a call, give them the opportunity to fix it. That's what I'd done. I wasn't happy at all. I was highly, highly pissed. But I kept my cool on the phone call, and guy took care of me. And that's what we expect out of companies that we support. So that's a quick update vid. Of course, I'm going to be trying to get these torque screws out. If I run into problems, my plan is to shoot them out. I have no doubt. Day at the range and they'll be out. And then of course I'll change the barrel nut and Loctite these bad boys in, and should not have a problem with this again. So just wanted to update you. Had several people ask to be updated and to, keep them in the loop of how this goes. So, in my opinion, it really couldn't have went better. Thank you, Seekins. Hope everybody has a great weekend. We'll see you around, fellas and sisters. How about some Loctite?